What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about how Carbon is officially back on the USAP approved list. After just about 30 days, they're finally back. Basically, what they ended up doing is they now have a new paddle that they've submitted. It passed all the tests, and they also have a serial number on one face of the paddle to differentiate it from the old batch. So all of the old paddles that have been in circulation, you still can't use those. You will have to acquire a new one that does have this serial number in the bottom of the paddle. Now, when this news came out, a lot of people wondered what direction Carbon was going to go. Were they basically going to say, well, if you bought one, you're out of luck. Sorry, you're just stuck with it. Or were they going to give everyone a new paddle? And they actually have some pretty interesting options. So let's go ahead and talk about those now. All right, so Carbon has given people 4 different options that they can choose from. And they did say in their post online that they would prefer if people pick option 1 and 2, because that seems to hurt the company the least. But of these 4 options, you can pick any of them if you own a Carbon. All right, option number 1 is keep your paddle if you are a recreational player. It says this roughness issue affected a tiny percentage of the paddles in circulation. Yours is playable in any rec setting since there are no paddle rules governing rec play. Please keep your paddle. To thank you for keeping your existing paddle and supporting us, fill out this form and we'll send you a $40 gift card for you to use on your next Carbon purchase from our website. Note, if you are a rec player and would prefer option 2, you are welcome to choose that option instead. So for the first option, honestly, I don't think that is too amazing. I think most people aren't going to want to use a paddle that is deemed illegal, even though the grit issue was truly blown way out of proportion. I actually tested a brand new Carbon that is supposedly illegal and an old one back from November, and they were hitting nearly identical numbers in my RPM tests. They were still both 1500, and you have a paddle like the 002 that absolutely blows it out of the water, doing 1800 plus, 2000 plus RPM. So I found it really amusing during this whole thing when you'd show up at rec play and someone has a Carbon paddle and people are like, oh, ho, ho, it's a cheater paddle. Isn't that funny? And it's like, first of all, the people that are playing probably can't even take advantage of that extra grit that is supposedly there. And then on top of that, they're fine playing someone who has a paddle that can produce even more RPM. So I don't know, that whole thing was kind of silly to me. But all that being said, I imagine most people aren't going to want to do option number 1 simply because who wants to be teased at the court all the time about using an illegal paddle? Now, option number 2, and this is the one that I think a lot of people are going to choose, and to me, it is leaps and bounds the best option that you could pick. This says, for tournament players. Now, you don't have to be a tournament player for this, from what I understand. That's just what they're calling this. You keep your existing unapproved Carbon paddle for rec play, demoing, practice, etc., and then get access to the following exclusive bundle at a massive discount. For only $60, you will receive a brand new USAP approved Carbon paddle of your choosing for $60. Friends and family pricing of 15% off any future purchases on CarbonPickleball.com for life. Welcome to the family. Use your unique code as many times as you'd like. Exclusive one-time 20% off coupon from our partner retailer, Pickleball Superstore. The best place to buy your shoes, accessories, apparel, and paddles. Exclusive one-time 15% off coupon from our partner retailer, JustPaddles.com. The best place to buy your balls, bags, and paddles. So in my opinion, that one seems like an absolute no-brainer. You get a fantastic, high-quality, great paddle for $60. And then you have the other one as a backup for your rec play or whatever. They're probably going to play very similarly if I had to guess. So $60 seems like a no-brainer. And then on top of that, you get 15% off for life at Carbon. So if you're a huge fan of them or anticipate the company doing well in the future, well, now you get a nice discount. And then 20% on another pickleball store where you could use it for balls, shoes, another paddle, whatever. And then just paddles for the same thing. So you basically get 2 near 20% discount codes to 2 retailers and you get a new paddle for $60. I'm honestly surprised Carbon even went this route because in my mind, I feel like they would have been pretty okay if they just said, hey, look, here's the deal. We're going to give everyone 50% off another paddle. I feel like this is an extremely generous option that I don't even really feel like they needed to do. I think it's very nice of them and it's a great move for them to do, but I don't know. I don't think they had to go that far. So to me, that is leaps and bounds the best option. Option number 3 is a free paddle swap. Send us your old non-approved Carbon paddle and we will send you an approved replacement of the exact same model at no cost to you. We pay shipping both ways. Proof of purchase will be required. Do not ship your paddle to us without filling out our form. We will send you a prepaid return label to print and use. So I think if you don't want to spend any money at all, then this is a pretty good option. But again, I don't know. It just seems like with all the discount codes in option number 2, I don't really know why I'd pick option number 3 unless I was really tight for cash. But a free paddle swap, seems like a pretty good deal. Option number 4, swap any brand's paddle free. Some of you let us know that you love Carbon, but were forced to buy a different brand of paddle during this ban just to play in tournaments. We've got you covered. You can send us any paddle you purchased while ours was banned, and we'll replace it with an approved Carbon paddle at no cost to you. We pay shipping both ways. Proof of purchase will be required. Do not ship your paddle to us without filling out our form. We will send you a prepaid return label to print and use. You must decide whether to send your Carbon paddle or the other brand's to us. You cannot send both for replacement. The other brand's paddle must have a retail price of over $90 to qualify. So yeah, if this was me, I'd be picking option number 2. That just easily seems like the best option. But even having 4 options of varying helpfulness was very nice of Carbon. I don't think they had to go that far, but I do think it was a great move to keep their customers happy. I think they're going to take a pretty large blow in terms of financial doing this, but hey, they're making it right with their customers, so I do hope that all the people who have supported them are really happy with this decision and will keep supporting them. They seem like a very nice company, very nice people, so it's nice to see them coming back, and hopefully in a few months they'll be back in full force. One thing they did say in one of their posts is that it is going to take a while to get all of these paddles out. They have been shipping paddles to people since, I don't know, like fall of last year, maybe even summer of last year, so there are a lot of paddles to replace. They were easily one of the most popular paddles in terms of the competitive tournament market. So be patient. It's going to take some time. I know it's unfortunate, but again, I think the options are pretty generous and probably worth the wait. So there you guys go. Carbon is back in full force. It's nice to have you guys back, and I wish you all the best in the future. If you guys want to see more content just like this, make sure to click that like and subscribe button down below, and I will catch you in the next video.